Beachhead Tabletop Expo turned out to be bigger and better than I ever expected. I went in hoping for a fun day exploring the hobby, and what I found was an incredibly well-run event packed with gaming tournaments, demos and participation games, traders from all over the hobby, and some of the friendliest people you could ever hope to meet. Hey, I'm Ollie and you're watching Black Heart Minis, and in this video I'm going to take you through the highs and the lows of Beachhead Tabletop Expo. And while the lows were entirely self-inflicted, the highs absolutely made the day. I got to see an incredible range of traders, from independents to giants like Warlord Games and Asmodee, and the buzz in the tournament hall was electric. I also got to speak to Duncan Rhodes and the organisers of Beachhead. I met up with some friends, made new ones, and I even earned my first ever finalist pin in a painting competition. As for the lows, I somehow managed to forget every charger and power bank that I own on the one day I intended to film everything. For most of the event, I was rationing my battery and praying that my phone would hold out. So strap in, and hopefully what I did manage to capture gives you a flavour of what Beachhead is really like. Last weekend, I headed down to Bournemouth International Centre on the south coast of England to attend Beachhead Tabletop Expo. This was my first time attending Beachhead, and I had been told it was a relatively small expo. That turned out to be completely wrong. Beachhead had taken over the entire International Centre. There were traders, games and hobby activities happening in every corner of the venue. The main exhibit hall was packed with traders and participation games. The tournament hall was home to hundreds of players and around 350 games of 40k, AOS, Titanicus and more being played across the weekend. There were also halls dedicated to board games, TCGs, and there were rooms for RPG and board game experiences. Everywhere you looked, something was happening. From cosplayers to Titan battles. Honestly, I wish I could have spent the entire weekend there. One of the main reasons that I attended Beachhead was to visit the Duncan Rhodes Painting Academy's first in-person painting competition of the year. I wanted to push myself, get my minis in the cabinets and see how they stood alongside everyone else's work. I entered my custom chapter blade guard into the single figure category, and I entered my assault terminators into the unit and squad category. Honestly, the standard of entries was incredible, but seeing my models in those cabinets was already a win for me. And before the event officially started, I managed to catch up with Duncan himself.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, thanks. I've got to say, everyone's been in really good spirits. It's really nice.
It looks incredible. I've never been before. It's my first time. How many times have you been down here at Beachhead yourself?
Oh, it's Beachhead. It's the second time. So yeah, we came down last year to, we were selling some paint and things, and we were doing the Circuits Painting Masters. Yep. So this year we refined our process a little bit, so the stand's a bit bigger, and we got like a nice efficiency going on for getting everyone booked in. So it's been really cool. It's a lovely venue. All the people who run the show are really nice, and it's got a nice selection of things too, because as I understand this one grew out of a historical convention. Which means that you see some different things to compare to what you normally see at a gaming show.
There's stuff going on everywhere. There's games happening at the top here, in every room of this facility.
Oh yeah, they're all up on the stands there, aren't they?
Yeah, there's so much going on. It's great. So what sort of advice would you give to someone considering entering a painting competition that might be a bit nervous? What would you say to them?
Well, I totally understand being nervous on it. So for me, like my part of the hobby, painting competitions have never really been my thing. But the nature of my career has meant that I've obviously observed a lot of them and I've been involved in, of course, with judging them as well. And I would encourage anyone to give it a go if they're interested in it, because it offers a really exciting path to really honing your skills if high-end painting is what you want to do. Because what you should do is go into it, not really expecting to win or anything, but just try your best. And then seek feedback from the judges and other people taking part, and use that to try and hone your ability. So you'll be surprised what you can learn, because it's down to a certain set of skills, which if you can learn them, the rest of it is actually quite a lot of strategy about choosing the right model and approaching it in the right way.
Yeah. I've got to say, I didn't paint my minis expecting to enter them into a competition, but would you say it's open to anyone, no matter what the standard?
Absolutely, yes. We set up Surcoats Painting Masters because we wanted everyone to be able to feel like they can join and have a go. So we wanted to feel like a welcoming opportunity for someone to explore a new part of the hobby they might not have done otherwise. Because as you start getting hype in the painting, I don't know if you call it ranks, like when you start getting to the higher end competitions, it can feel very intimidating. We totally get that. So we're hoping that this is a good opportunity for someone to try something new. Because I really, it makes me sad to feel that someone wants to do something, but they're nervous about doing it, and that puts them off. They never then try out something which could turn out to be a massive part of their hobby life, right? So we're hoping this helps welcome people into that.
Yeah. And you've got the Squires category for, is that under 16s?
Yes, that's for the youngsters. So that one's always really exciting because some of the stuff that the kids can paint is incredible. And it's like, how, what? I remember what I was painting when I was that old, And so that's always really fun to see too.
Yeah. And what else have you got going on at the show today with the DRPA?
Well, we have got a paint and take where people can come along and sit down and have a go with the Tooth and Coats paints. And we've also got our sales stand too, where we've got a whole variety of, all the paints from all different waves, starter box sets. We've got our own little selection of miniatures too. And yes, the whole team's going to be in here to chat as well. So I'm just going to be loitering around, willing to give advice to, any painting questions people may have.
Now, Duncan has been a huge influence on my painting journey, so getting to speak to him in person was a real highlight. And I got another opportunity to catch up with him after the painting competition, so stay tuned for that. Between interviews and painting competition announcements, I spent the day exploring the halls. There were traders from every part of the hobby, from miniatures, board games, trading cards, tools, paints, independent sculptors, you name it. And while browsing the traders, I spotted Modular Worlds, a friendly local gaming store that I visited on a holiday in Cornwall last year. And I got to catch up with the owner, Kieran, and talk about what it's like to trade at a show like this.
Beachhead's a fantastic show. The enjoyment guys, Pete, do a wonderful job sort of bringing tabletop to a community. And as you can see, like if you're looking around, it's well attended. Everyone seems to be having fun. Obviously, it's just exciting to be here and sort of showcase my miniatures and sort of what we do. And obviously, very fortunate as well to be running stands sort of with Parabellum and promoting Conquest. Fantastic show.
You've got so much Conquest stuff. I absolutely love
all of the Conquest.
And you're running demo games here as well, right?
Yeah. We've got a little demo table here. So if anyone's looking to sort of their next sort of plastic addiction, just come up and speak to us. We've got a couple of guys here running demos all weekend. Sort of get you into your latest addiction, right?
Absolutely. And they make some really awesome minis at Modular Worlds. So if you're not here today, make sure you check them out. Are you online and everything?
So obviously if you just search Modular Worlds, we're like the top 5 results, and you just go get to the Etsy and sort of see what we do, really. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks ever so much for talking to me, dude.
Thank you, no worries.
If you're ever down in Cornwall, Modular Worlds is an absolute treasure trove of a hobby store. They have themed rooms and a growing community, and they've just expanded, so I can't wait to make another visit and see what they've got in store for the future. After exploring the traders, I checked out some of the participation games. There was such a variety on offer, genuinely something for everyone. And the tournament hall had this constant buzz of focus and excitement. Watching people play all weekend, honestly, it looked like such a vibe. And one day I'd love to enter a tournament for myself. Later in the day, I got to chat with Peter from Entoyment. Entoyment is a hobby store and gaming centre in the heart of Poole and Bournemouth. And they host Beachhead every single year. Tell me a little bit about Beachhead for the uninitiated, those who haven't been before.
Yeah,
How long have you been running this show?
It's 10th year.
Wow.
It started off a lot smaller, and it's obviously grown into what it is today. Tournament players are now 700 coming in, so that's quite a lot. Yeah. There's about
How many games is that? 700 players?
So it'll be sort of half 350 games, I guess.
Games.
Yeah. And then sort of 60 traders. We're struggling a bit with traders because we've got so many trying to come in.
Yeah.
And there's only so much space for them. So we've got.
Dude, you've got traders everywhere.
Yeah,
They're dotted all over.
And I also don't want to undervalue their space. So I try to make it very clear that if they're not, because obviously not everyone can come in this main hall, which is where they want to be.
It's really inclusive. It's great to see a hobby store inviting so many other local independent hobby stores.
So I'm sure you've been to UK Games Expo.
Yes.
I mean, UK Games Expo was much more my direction than than say like your traditional old school war game show.
Yeah.
I definitely wanted, in the first couple of years, my show was more like that. And then I wanted to take it in the direction of being more inclusive, like as you say, more diverse, more families, more women. So the aim was to make it more like a games expo, and we changed the name, so.
Nail on the head, dude. If I was going to explain this in a few words to someone, I'd say it's a mini games expo.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
That tournament room is insane. There's so much going on back there.
Yeah.
Give us a flavour of what sort of games have you got being played?
So there's a good coverage of Games Workshop systems. This is 40K, AOS, Old World, Heresy, Titanicus, Blood Bowl, and I think Middle Earth tomorrow.
Right.
And then obviously it then goes out to sort of Art de la Guerre, there's Bolt Action, there's Meg, and then there's TCGs, there's Fog, there's Star Wars Legion. I think this year the first time we got Conquest.
Wow.
MCP the first time this year. So there's some good. There's loads.
Got some RPG stuff happening.
Yeah, that's happening. So there's like sessions that people book into before the day. There's D&D, and then obviously other RPG systems are also available.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't realise, but the trade stores are open until about 5 p.m.
Yeah.
But gaming and everything continues
until 1
a.m.
on the Saturday night. Yeah. And so I
That's a
always
late
stay
one.
here for that. That's a good laugh.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's nice because a lot of the traders are also my friends, so I don't get a chance to talk to them today.
So you get a bit of chill
So
time
I
with
can
them.
sit
Do they all
aside.
get to play some games as well?
Yeah, probably at least half the traders rock up in the evening and play games. Which is really
bro.
nice.
No, honestly,
Yeah.
you guys have put
Yeah.
such a great effort in. It's an amazing show from
Thank
what
you.
I've seen. I wish I could
you.
stay here for the full weekend and see whatever happens tonight. But Pete, thank you
Yeah,
ever so
it's a
much for your
pleasure.
time, dude.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you inviting me down.
Thank
so
you. Yeah.
thanks, mate. And I wish you
Stuff.
all the success for future years.
Thank you
And
very
again,
much.
just to reiterate what everyone tells you, thank you for everything you do to put this event on for the community.
Thank you, I
honestly.
appreciate it.
And to the whole team, because I'm sure you're all just volunteers.
I will. They'll love to hear that.
It was great to chat with Peter and learn more about how Beachhead and Entoyment have grown over the last 10 years. But one of the best parts for me was meeting so many other hobbyists throughout the day. I also got to spend some of the day with my good friend Ryan, aka Itty Bitty Painter. He'd hoped to enter the painting competition as well, but unfortunately the weather had other plans and sadly he did not make it in time for the painting competition deadline. We did, however, manage to get him some valuable feedback from the judges, so he was very happy with that consolation. It was really fun to check in back with the painting competition throughout the day, just hearing people talking about the other entries, chatting with contestants, and just nerding out about painting together was such a joy. Now, usually I leave events like this with tons of new plastic, but in a shocking twist, I only bought one miniature throughout the day. So me and Ryan both spotted Greyhawk miniatures, and they were selling this amazing 54mm scale miniature of Time's Hero. It's essentially a homage to Link from Legend of Zelda, and I can't wait to paint it. The Hyrule Shield and the Master Sword just look amazing, and I think it would maybe even make a great kit bash. After getting some food with Ryan, we headed back to the painting competition to make it in time for the announcements. And to my complete surprise, I found a finalist pin next to my Terminators. My first ever finalist pin at a painting competition. Honestly, I was over the moon. It's given me so much motivation to keep painting, keep honing my skills, and to enter more competitions this year. There were so many incredible entries, so being recognized among so much talent really means a lot. And after the winners were announced, I managed to catch up with Duncan one final time before the day wrapped up. Duncan, how was it for you?
Really exciting. The standard was incredible. There's some beautiful pieces in there.
Some absolutely stunning work in those cabinets today, honestly. And I got my first finalist pin. I couldn't believe it.
Yes, well done. Your Terminators.
Thank you so much.
Really nice. Lovely weathering. We like the etching on the armor.
Yeah,
Looks
honestly.
great.
They were just a quick little paint scheme, but really fun to just see them in the cabinets. And
No,
to
just
get an award's great.
Just quick work, you say.
Yeah.
I wonder what you could do if you really go for it and really sink some time into it.
well, I did sink some time into my single miniature, but that category is always
Single
so
miniature is
difficult.
always, it's always very competitive in that one.
Yeah. Were there any particular standouts for you in the painting comp?
I really like the Squires category because it's kids doing it, right?
Yeah.
And you can see that they're really trying hard, and it's cool because some of them are trying effects and things, and you can see that they haven't got the experience yet, but they're trying it. You know what I mean? And they're working it out, and it's fascinating. It's really cool.
Such
so
quality.
it was really nice, and I love them getting the awards and the pins and all that sort of stuff because they get really excited about it, and you can see the parents there, and the parents are really proud of them, and it's so cool when they come and get a trophy. It's like one of my favorite parts of that.
Honestly, the quality from everyone was just amazing, but the Squires in particular, I'd love to see more and more kids getting involved doing it.
Yes.
And such a great show for kids.
It has a bit of a vibe of what Adepticon's like.
Really?
Yes.
Amazing.
And that I'm aware there's lots of tournaments and things happening, and they're going on quite late at night.
Yeah.
Adepticon goes on very late at night as well, and it's got its own trade hall that's buzzing during the day. It feels very much like here. It never gets too busy, but it's constant. And you know that people are out there doing other things, and there's more to it than just shopping, right? Which makes it a nice place to go.
Games and participation games everywhere. The tournament scene in there is wild. There's like 350 games going on still.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really fun. What an event, though.
Yeah.
So have there been any standouts for you at all from today?
What I've seen, I think I've just had some really lovely conversations with people. And so for me, all this stuff that we do these days, like the channel, the academy, it's all very surreal because I didn't expect any of this when all this started. So I'm in it for trying to teach techniques and helping people enjoy their hobby more. But an offshoot of that is you hear stories that you don't expect, like people they're going through something difficult and they've ended up engaging with the content, and it's allowed them to do something that's given them confidence, and it's helped them get through whatever it is they're dealing with. So I was talking to one chap who was struggling with a condition where he couldn't keep his hands steady. They're constantly shaking. He started mirroring what we were doing in the videos. He was watching what I was doing with my hands, started practicing, and now he's minimized the shakes. Exactly. Yeah. He's minimized them, and he's doing all these fine details, and it was showing the sort of thing he's doing. It's great. And I don't expect a thing like that, but it's like, that's really cool. They've actually helped someone in an individual basis. So those have been the really special moments for me.
Dude, your content's helping hundreds of thousands of people, I'm sure. Millions of us around the world. Everyone getting into the hobby must know who you are. You're the first person I saw when I looked for a tutorial, and I've been watching yours ever since.
I'm very lucky to be in the position I am, and it'd be nothing without the team.
Oh yeah, well the whole team, you and the whole team, just so much talent in the DRPA. What do you think the most valuable thing about hobby events like this is?
I think it's really nice to come to something like this to see the hobby in a larger context, because nowadays, there's social media, but still, when you're at home painting, it's quite a solitary experience. Something like this gives you the opportunity to meet like-minded people who are into the same sort of thing. And if you want some encouragement to finish a project, then signing up to one of the tournaments is, it doesn't have to be a competitive one, it could be a narrative one. Yeah. That gives you a deadline to get things done, so you can hit those targets that you may otherwise have fallen back on. It's what I do to get armies painted, right? I'll book a game, and then I have to finish in time for that. It's also interesting to see some different things. So obviously a lot of people get into this through Warhammer, but this event's got loads of different games out there, so you can see all sorts of interesting things you might not have been aware of. So you can encounter all sorts of things like that you just didn't know, and there can be a whole new avenue for you in your hobby. Absolutely. So I think that's really good. And also going for something like the painting competition, so joining in with Circus Masters, that's a great experience too if someone's looking to push themselves to gain some feedback, so to boost their skills, to get better essentially, and to build confidence too. But all the same, I would always have that with the caveat. It's very easy to become discouraged looking at what things you see on social media and these high-end pieces. So my advice to everybody is that don't compare yourself to these things. Just compare yourself to what you were doing yesterday and just try and get a little bit better.
100%, yeah. Instagram and social media and all the incredible painters out there, it does seem like an impossible wall to climb.
The algorithm is unkind.
They've been painting for decades.
Yes.
So I think we should normalize just everyone getting involved in painting competitions. We should see all levels, because it's just fun to have your stuff in there, have people ogling it for the day. Yeah. And you said something earlier about like-minded people coming together. Honestly, big events like this normally really scare me and put me right off because I've got massive anxiety. But coming to events like this, because it's all people who share the same love of the hobby, it just makes it so much easier.
Yeah, well, it's a very relaxed environment. This one especially is just very chill. And you can always just come along and join in with some of the participation games. You don't need to know the rules because the people there are all wanting to show you their game, right? So they'll teach you how to play. So if you look for something different, or you just want to make some friends, I guess, down here and just play some games with people, it's a great thing to do.
Yeah. Thanks ever so much for your time, Duncan. You and the team have been great, and I wish you all the best for the future, dude.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Beachhead was such an incredible event. The tournaments looked amazing, the traders were fantastic, the atmosphere was awesome, and the painting competition was such a rewarding experience. Next year, I'd love to attend the full weekend, and maybe someday I'll have an army ready to enter into a tournament. If you're attending any hobby events this year, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to meet more of you in person. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.